the need to do something out of the ordinary to actually buck the trend and continue to be the fastest growing major economy in the world, what would your wish list be?
Well, you see, first of all, look, I mean, doing something out of the box that people keep on saying and all that. Look, India is not China. I mean, in China, because very more centralized in China anyway, is a very different kind of business culture, political culture, etc. In India, I think the government is doing well, and I think what we need basically are strong indication from the government that government wants economy to expand further and faster, which means that further reforms in the private public sector, opening up more sectors and making other sector which are still maybe have been deregulated but is still largely controlled by the government. Let me give you example of, for instance, the energy sector. Government is still the kind of the biggest player in the energy sector. Why should government be selling oil in this town and that town and all that? Why the government should be controlling three companies just selling petrol, diesel, LPG and all that? I think those kind of reforms, and the same goes for power sector, the same goes for a number of other areas. So I think but at the same time, India is very different from China. Here it will depend that how soon we're going to see, let's say, $200 billion corporates in India, let's say 20 of them. Right now, when you look at the private sector, the companies by global standards are still very, very small. I mean,
Right.
market valuation. So what my wish list is very clear. Private sector, big corporates to think big. They have to become big in India. They have to become global players. And I think what we need as soon as possible, at least 20 corporations of India based in India, which can be at least, go for first target should be $250 billion companies
Right.
in terms of revenue. So that will be my wish. I want to see every year new company emerging on the horizon with this target that I want to be $250 billion company. We need that big dream and big plans. I think the government policies are already very supportive if you dare to dream. These companies, big corporates, businessmen in India, they need to actually think big. They must dare to dream big. That's what's needed. Government can
Okay.
only reform, can only build policy infrastructure. Dreams have to be, these things have to come from the business.